بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله، أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله شهادة تنجي قائلها من عذاب أليم، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه الميامين. يقول الله تبارك وتعالى في محكم تنزيله: ولنبلونكم بشيء من الخوف والجوع ونقص من الأموال والأنفس والثمرات وبشر الصابرين الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. أولئك عليهم الصلوات من ربهم والرحمة وأولئك هم المهتدون. صدق الله العلي العظيم. Respected brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Being the first Jum'ah of Dhul Hijjah, maybe it's the second of Dhul Hijjah, maybe it's the first of Dhul Hijjah. It depends how you understand or how you do your calculation. The main important is that we are in the very important time. We are in the very important month, and it's really unfair to talk about anything other than our father Ibrahim alayhi salam. But because brothers and sisters phoned me now and then and wanted me to talk more about the last topic which I talked about life, I will try my level best to make sure that I mix the two, that Ibrahim alayhi salam and our life as Muslims of today. Brothers and sisters, Allah Ta'ala is telling us in the Quran that وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ, I'm going to test you with something. That thing which Allah talk about, it's not what you think. But if you go deeper, He says that thing, that structure, which Allah Ta'ala going to test us with, it will come with fear. وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِنَ الْخَوْفِ, partly it will be full of fear. وَالْجُوعِ, it will be with the hunger. وَنَقْصٍ مِنَ الْأَمْوَالِ, there will be a time of recession. وَالْأَنفُسِ, there will be a time of testing of yourself. وَالثَّمَرَاتِ does not mean with fruits. Thamarat in this regard is meaning with the dhurriya, with your family. Allah is giving us a good news, and He says, وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ, give a good news to those who will be patient. الَّذِينَ إِذَا أَصْوَابَتْهُمُ الْمُصِيبَةِ, that whatever they will meet, that kind of the trial, قَالُوا, they will be says and believe, إِنَّا لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِمُ الرَّاجِعُونَ. We normally use that verse when one of us passed away. Yes, it is right to do that, but that verse we have to use it even when we are happy. The importance of this test, if it happens that we can be able to pass through, what will be our results? The results is أولئك عليهم الصلوات من ربهم والرحمة. All of us, we are looking blessings from Allah Ta'ala. And remember, in one of my teachings, I told the brothers and told you that no one going to enter paradise through what you have done as sin. But somehow, somewhere, you need the rahmah of Allah Ta'ala. Here now, Allah Ta'ala is telling us that He's going to test us with something. Anyone who will pass through, he will get blessings from Allah, and the blessings will come with the mercy, and those who will pass are only those who are muqtadin. Those are the people who are guided. Remember that we all perform salah looking for the guidance. Because Allah Ta'ala sent Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as a message to mankind, him being a talkative Quran with the silent Quran itself, then Allah is telling us that what you need for you to get hidayah, you must pass through this trial. Now, going back to our ayah itself, when Allah Ta'ala he says, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ, I'm going to test you with something. The best translator of the Quran is the Quran itself. In the absence of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and those who are guided leaders. Fortunately, at the time where we are in, the best translator of the Quran is the Quran itself. So when Allah says, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ, I will test you with something. What is that thing? Then, going back to our lessons, we found out that Allah Ta'ala is telling us that الَّذِي خَلَقَ الْمَوْتَ وَالْحَيَاةَ لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ أَيُّكُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. So that something which Allah talk about is nothing else except life. So when we look now, it makes sense that we living in life, either you like or not, life, it is full of fear. Fear is part of life. The only issue is you must know whom to fear. But as long as you are living in fear. All of us, we have something which is worrying us, somehow, somewhere. There is no one who can say, no, now I'm settled. No. Even those whom you think they are important, whichever you could name them. But always they move with bodyguard. Why? They are afraid. So fear is in us. So life is part and parcel of fear. So either you fear the real source or you fear nothing. Then when you fear nothing, then what's going to happen? Because that thing is nothing, then it starts to bring to you stress and anxiety. So but the only one whom you must fear, that is Allah and Allah alone. That's why Allah says, وَخَافُونِي إِن كُنتُم مُؤْمِنِينَ. Now, we look at Ibrahim alayhi salam. Ibrahim, Allah is telling us that is our model. And through him, we are named to be Muslims. Ibrahim alayhi salam, he lived similarly to the situation which we are in. Because during his lifetime, when you read Quran, you will find out that yes, the way he lived, he didn't have armament. He didn't have really a true army which can be able to defeat the enemy of that time, the mushrik of that time. Now, remember very well that Ibrahim alayhi salam, when he reached a point that he saw that he cannot win physically, what did he say? I must do something. I must not allow people to worship idols. What they are doing is wrong. But I'm not in the position to fight in order to win. But what should I do? Then remember in our class what we learned, I told you, brothers, in the last khutbah, that life is a structure which consists with the four. One being physical, social, mental, and spiritual. So now, the social point of view, what Ibrahim did as your model, he says, I will not go with you to your festival. I'm sick. Because if he told them that I'm going to destroy your idols, they would finish him within thinking of an eye. So that's your model, Ibrahim alayhi salam. He counted 1 plus 1. And as Muslims, we are not allowed, shariatically, to open the war when we realize that we are not going to win. That's why you see, Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there were a time in the history, we call it Sulh al-Hudaybiyah. He wouldn't want to fight, he had to reconcile. So he didn't allow the Hajjaj to go to Makkah. Why? He calculated 1 plus 1. So now Ibrahim alayhi salam, what he did, he didn't associate himself with those who are enemy towards Allah. And he says, I'm sick. But he took initiative. Then, I needed to show you about fear. Allah says, وَالْجُوعُ وَنَقْصٍ مِنَ الْأَمْوَالِ. My brothers and sisters, as long as we are living in this earth, there is no one who has it all. Even the billionaire of the billionaire, when you ask him, are you okay now? He will tell you, Ishmael, things are very bad. A child of Adam, he will never be satisfied whatever he has until he meets himself in the grave. Then when he eats the soil, then he can be satisfied. So life is always, there's something which you are lacking in it. Now, Allah Ta'ala, He says, وَنَقْصٍ مِنَ الْأَمْوَالِ, says, we are with وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ. We are going to test you with something. That will come with the fear. And we saw Ibrahim alayhi salam, that he played a role that the way it was no need for him now to open the war. But he came up with something called taqiyya. Hide your true intention due to the situation which you are in at that moment. That's what he did. When he says, I'm sick. Then, brothers and sisters, we come وَنَقْصٍ مِنَ الْأَمْوَالِ. What Allah He says, فَأَمَّا الْإِنسَانِ إِذَا مَبْتَلَاهُ رَبُّهُ فَأَكْرَمَهُ وَنَعَّمَهُ فَيَقُولُ رَبِّي أَكْرَمَنِ وَأَمَّا إِذَا مَبْتَلَاهُ فَقَدَرَ عَلَيْهِ رِزْقَهُ فَيَقُولُ رَبِّي أَهَانَنِ. So, having money is the test from Allah. And also sometimes, if it is not your laziness, and you meet that you made a lot of effort, but things not coming accordingly, remember that Allah He says, I will test you with a time when you are broke. So in that, what we understand in this verse is that we don't need for us to go to shirk. Someone is making a hasad for me, someone is witching me, why all my things going wrong? No, 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 no. وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ. I'm going to test you with something. وَنَقْصٍ مِنَ الْأَمْوَالِ. There will be a time when the business are not going as we are expecting. So which meaning that each and every day it will not be the same. Brothers and sisters, what Allah He says, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ. I'm going to test you. In this life, we are in the trial. We are in the test. How much this test? وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ حَتَّى نَعْلَمَ مُجَاهِدِينَ مِنْكُمْ وَالصَّابِرِينَ وَلَنَبْلُوَ أَخْبَارَكُمْ. Allah He says, He is going to take us in life where we are here. We are going to be tested. Even our words. What we are saying, if we really mean it. Until it becomes clear who is the mujahid. My brothers and sisters, mujahideen does not mean Afghanistan, does not mean Hezbollah, does not mean whichever. No, 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 no. Mujahideen, what it means, وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبْلَنَا. It means to make effort and face the real jihad. And the real jihad, that jihad al-akbar, the self against yourself for the things which Allah Ta'ala does not want. So now Allah says, وَلَنَبُلْوَنَّكُمْ حَتَّى نَعْلَمَ الْمُجَاهِدِينَ مِنْكُمْ. In life, we are going to be on the trial until it becomes clear who is really a mujahid, who's really stick that he really understood that وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ, that Allah created him for nothing except to save him and him alone. And here, brothers and sisters, we see again our father Ibrahim alayhi salam. What Allah Ta'ala He says, وَإِذِ ابْتَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ رَبَّهُ بِكَلِمَاتٍ. Remember when Allah Ta'ala took task and put on trial in the life of Ibrahim alayhi salam with the word فَأَتَمَّهُنَّ, and he completed it. What was that word? Okay, Mufassirin, a lot of riwayah, translate of Quran, they mention meaning. But among of what they mention, they say, okay, Ibrahim alayhi salam, you are saying that you're only saving me and me alone. Now is the time for you, slaughter your child. You must remember, in the 9 days to come or 80 days to come, we'll be slaughtering Qurban. That is because of Ibrahim alayhi salam. Now, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ حَتَّى نَعْلَمُ الْمُجَاهِدِينَ مِنْكُمْ. You are going to be taken on the trial so that it can become clear who is the mujahid. That one who have a 3,000 and know that out of 3,000, No. If really I had only one son, and that law it remained, I could be among of those who are slaughtering Qurban. Because we have our brother in Kashmir, we have our brothers and sisters in Darfur who does not know for 7 days how the meat tastes like. So when I will be on the taste to see how I'm going to take it. Now Ibrahim alayhi salam, what Allah says, وَإِذِ ابْتَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ رَبَّهُ بِكَلِمَاتٍ فَأَتَمَّهُنَّ. Remember when Allah Ta'ala put Ibrahim on the trial and says, slaughter your child. If you think it's yours, or mine. If it's mine, slaughter it for my way. فَأَتَمَّهُنَّ. And he completed it. My brothers and sisters, we are moving on the trial each and every day. In each and every moment, there's a decision which you are making. Those decisions is nothing else except a trial. Those decisions is what make you who you are. The decision which you had yesterday is what makes you today. Yesterday you had the intention that you are going to come for Jummah. Inshallah, Allah made it possible. Today you are in the Jummah. So it's the decision which you make now and then. All those decisions is nothing else except a trial. So now Ibrahim alayhi salam, the minute what Allah told him that, قَالَ إِنِّي جَاعِلُكَ لِلنَّاسِ إِمَامًا. The minute he completed, he told him, now, what's happened? Now, I have promoted you, Ibrahim. Now you are Imam. You are a leader of all nations. Just imagine, Christians claim they have something to do with this man called Ibrahim, alayhi salam. Jew, they claim they have something to do with Ibrahim, alayhi salam. You and I, Muslims, we have something to do with Ibrahim alayhi salam. Everyone have the link to Ibrahim alayhi salam. What made Ibrahim to reach that? My brothers and sisters, in a few minutes, each and every prophet of Allah Ta'ala have or has a certain kind of the miracles which Allah gave, which he excelled compared to others. And one of the miracles of Ibrahim alayhi salam, it was nothing else except Jawad or Karam or Safi. He was generous, deeply generous. So Ibrahim alayhi salam, what happened to him in brief? I know you know the story, but فَذَكِّرْ فَإِنَّ الذِّكْرَ تَنْفَعُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. I'm just reminding you so that if you are busy taking back, looking back, please don't look back. Make sure that the sunnah which was being started by Ibrahim alayhi salam, it must not stop. You must make sure that you slaughter, you make qurban. That what will remain us, at least Allah will pay us. At least something it will come up. So please, brothers, make sure that you do it. Why? Because the Prophet of Allah, Ibrahim alayhi salam, one of his miracles, it was nothing else except Jawad. So one of those days, whenever Ibrahim alayhi salam, one of his miracles, mu'jiza, it was wherever he opened, wherever Sarah could open the food to eat, there could be a visitor to come to eat. Until one day he got up to 3 visitors. All the food finished. So Ibrahim alayhi salam, he says, you must remember, he's old man, he have no hope anymore. He says, I wish I had a son. If I had a son, I could really slaughter him and I give him in the way of Allah. Many years passed. Ibrahim forgot. Then it came to reality now. Allah gave him the son from Hajar alayhi salam. Then now Allah says, fulfill it. Fulfill it. Brothers and sisters, this is the Ibrahim alayhi salam whom you are following. Some of us, when we started with nothing. Have no business, have no whatever. Always you have those another. Wallahi, if I get money, I will make sure that I help Muslims. Today you have money, you are doing what? You have forgotten. Now you must remember you are not on the millat Ibrahim alayhi salam. Those another which you made, I wish I have, I could do it. So here is Ibrahim alayhi salam. What Allah Ta'ala he tells us. وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ. Give the good news to those who are patient. What is the patient? The definition of the patient. In grief, brothers and sisters. Patient does not mean when you are in pain, what happened? Wait, inshallah, Allah will give you nusra. That's not the patient. Patient is meaning هو مواجهة المشاكل. والالتزام بالعبادة والمقاومة في المعصية. Sabr, its meaning مواجهة المشاكل, to face the challenge. So don't claim that you have sabr, because this Quran is telling us, the verse telling us, who are those who are blessed by Allah? Who are those who have rahmah? Who are those who are guided? Then we see Ibrahim alayhi salam, that Ibrahim alayhi salam, he was guided. Ibrahim alayhi salam, he was blessed. And Ibrahim alayhi salam had a rahmah towards Allah. That's why when he about to slaughter his child, Allah says, don't do it. You have did it. Now you and I, we are following him. Let us look what is the struggle, so that we can try our level best. Brothers and sisters, you see our brothers and our sisters, when they don't have job, he have children to take care of. Instead of looking for job, he will go to the shabin to drink, so that he go home drunk, to make sure that at least when I'm drunk, they will not ask me, I will be going out of my responsibility. You see a brother and a sister, when there's something which has happened, we are just making a lot of noise that we think that that's solving the problem. No. We have a challenge. The challenge we have is that you and I, you have kalimat la ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. And as long as you have that kalima in your chest, the enemy of Allah are on you. Now what are you supposed to do? Yes, use Ibrahim alayhi salam, but you must face the reality. And the reality is that لا يرضى عنك اليهود ولا النصارى حتى تتبع ملتهم. No matter, brothers and sisters, if there are diplomats around here, it came to my knowledge that they sometimes come here. No matter how you would try your level best, you will never please them. Face the reality that you have kalimat la ilaha illallah. Face the reality. Otherwise, we are not going to make it in this life. We are not going to make it in the hereafter. Don't claim patience. We need to face it and we accept it. وَالْإِلْتِزَامُ بِالْعِبَادَةِ. Sabr meaning to remain on the ibadah. What type of ibadah? Now you know that every Eid al-Adha you slaughter. You give money and you slaughter. Slaughter does not only mean slaughter here in South Africa. Even if you have money that we are going to slaughter in Somalia, and the money will go there, alhamdulillah, let the people get the meat. Let them slaughter. Make sadaqah, because you are following who? Ibrahim alayhi salam. That ibadah, don't cut it off. And also, in the same time, then, to resist the sin. What is the sin here? Now look at Ibrahim alayhi salam. He only had one Ismail, and leave what they are saying that it was Ishaq. You and I, you know that it was Ismail alayhi salam. He only had one son. And Allah is telling him, slaughter your son. Sacrifice your son. Now, he has to come with the tarwiyah. Is this from Allah or is the shaitan? What is this real? Is it possible? How I am going to do it? Then the second day, slaughter your son. And he stood up and he stood. I said, I'm going to do it. Ya bunayya, inni ara fil manami anni adbaka, fanzur ma tara. My child, I saw that I'm sacrificing you. What do you think? Brothers and sisters, there's a greatest lesson in that statement. Ibrahim alayhi salam, he did not force his child. Ibrahim is the Quran itself. Ibrahim understands la ikraha fi din. Ibrahim is coming to his son. He's negotiating with his son. My son, I saw in my dream. Does not even lie at all. Does not say that, oh, I was looking at it. He said, I saw in my dream slaughtering you. What do you see? So my brothers and sisters, that is the person whom we are following, Ibrahim alayhi salam. He faced it. He didn't look back. So my brothers and sisters, if sabr, its meaning, we must face the reality. The challenge which we meet in our family, when you are fighting with your sister, your wife, does not mean you must divorce her. No. When your cup breaks, does not mean you throw it in the what? In the scrapyard. You must try to fix it. You try to say there's a problem where I am going wrong. Because that's a sabr. That's ibadah. Yes, divorce is very important, is one of the ibadah, but it's one of the ibadah which Allah does not want. Don't allow children to live fatherless, because the other man who's coming is going to rape your children. The stepfather, you know what they are doing. Because we have lost what? We have lost to face the reality. The reality is we have the teacher. Our teacher of the family is nothing else except bold and beautiful. And the days of their life, and the young and the yesterdays, what they learn there, divorce, love, this one, do this and do that. This is the reality. You have failed to sit with your family to tell them what Allah wants, what Allah does not want. When you come with a problem, you want to go to UN to solve the problem of Muslims. You want to go to the lawyer to come to solve your problems. What about the book of Allah which you have? What the Quran says about it? So now Allah says, وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ, give the good news to those who will face the reality. And they remain on the ibadah. And they resist the sin. That الَّذِينَ إِذَا أَصَابَتْهُمْ مُصِيبَةٌ, if they have any differences, if there's any problem which come to them, what they say is, إِنَّا لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ. We are from Allah, and to Allah we go back. But Allah says, أُولَٰئِكَ عَلَيْهِمُ الصَّلَوَاتُ مِنْ رَبِّهِمْ وَالرَّحْمَةُ وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُهْتَدُونَ. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه الميامين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Firstly, we thank Sheikh Ahmad Khassim for coming out today and speaking in this masjid. Just a few announcements. Firstly, we have been calling for a boycott of all Coca-Cola products since Ramadan. Many people have joined us in the boycott. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them. Others have said they only have old stock, but it is about time that the old stock got finished. Some people who are against the boycott are saying we're spending too much money in the boycott. However, the two adverts in the newspaper and the pamphlets were all sponsored with no funds coming from our side. Many years ago in India, Gandhi told them to boycott Britain. They started boycotting pencils and using chalk to write. They brought Britain to their knees and liberated India. We only asked to boycott a single company. Is that too much to ask to liberate our brothers and sisters in Palestine and the entire world? Secondly, the Palestine Solidarity Alliance will host their annual Walk for Freedom this Sunday at the Erasmus Circle. Registration starts at 7 a.m. We ask all people to participate and to attend, even if they're not going to walk. It is Sunday and there is no excuse. Thirdly, inshallah, the subsidized medical center here in Marabastad will begin operation from the 7th of October. There will be a dentist every Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. There will be a minimal admin fee of 60 Rand per service. It is a first come, first served basis and no appointments will be made. It is open to Muslims and non-Muslims. So please pass on the message. Lastly, the Institute for Islamic Services Operation Qurbani will take place in the Bihar district of India at 180 Rand per Qurbani. We will be open this Sunday. We will also be open on Tuesday and Wednesday until 10 p.m. And cut off for all Qurbanis is Wednesdays at 10 p.m. or this Wednesday at 10 p.m. Call us and we can collect. Jazakallah.